Here's what the level of desire, again, which I teach in my private mentoring program, or neediness really is. It's you basically taking, you could say, a part of yourself, right? You take this part of you and you place it behind a certain requirement. This could be a goal, a person, a thing, you name it, right? I'm going to take part of my self-worth, I'm going to place it behind this wall, this barrier, and I'm then going to chase this wall, this barrier, this requirement, and when I pass it, right, when I pass over this little wall, then I can now be whole again. Yes! That's what we do. This is why it just never works, right? We actually self-impose this neediness on us. We're whole to begin with, and we're like, actually, I'm not. I'm going to take part of me and attach my self-worth to this, attach my self-worth to that, to this person, to that goal, so on and so forth, and then we chase it. That's neediness. You know, X amount of money, a partner, you name it. Once I achieve the thing, I now get that part of myself, and I'm now whole. That's what we think. This here, no. Instead, what you must do here is re-own that part of yourself that you've put behind a certain wall or barrier. Okay, become whole again. Re-own everything that is you, and you can still go after that same goal, after that same person, but instead of coming at it from a place of being incomplete and there's that craving, that attachment, you're complete before and you are complete after. That's the shift. The first thing that you really have to let land here is that the strategy of needing and neediness does not work. Okay, I'll say it again, the strategy does not work. We are conditioned to believe that if you want to succeed at something, if you want to achieve a certain goal, you gotta need it and you gotta want it. If you didn't make it, what does that mean? You simply didn't want it badly enough. There's even books, amazing books, that say you need a burning desire for your goals. Whatever it is that you pursue, you need that desire, that craving, that I need this or else, or you will give up and you will not make it. And we're conditioned left and right to believe that the more we need something, the more our chances of getting that thing increase. And that's simply not true. Okay, this strategy does not work, and you have to let this land. This is the first thing that must really click if you want to stop being needy. Okay, and here's why it doesn't work. If you think of this state of neediness, of craving, okay, here's why it doesn't work. Needing something equals lacking something. Okay, and it's always important, by the way, with whatever you feel, to examine your relationship with the present moment, your relationship with the right here, right now. What is needing, neediness, craving? It's telling yourself, right here, right now, I don't have enough. Right here, right now, my relationship to the present moment is I'm lacking, right? There's a hole, a void that I must fill. I don't like the right here, right now. And I need something, someone, some goal to fill that void and make me feel better. Okay? Needing something equals lacking something. That's the relationship with the present moment that you're in. And here's the thing. The more you need something, the more you start telling yourself, I don't have it, I don't have it, I lack this, and the more this becomes your comfort zone. Huge. This is why this strategy is flawed. We think that if we just need it, and the more we think about it, like, I can't wait till I get this, I need this, things will be so great when I get this. We think that helps us, but no, that simply conditions you to a comfort zone of lacking it. And this will create so much self-sabotage. Why? Because if you allow yourself to get that thing you need so badly, it destroys your comfort zone and you can no longer lack it. And that's why it doesn't work. It will actually create so much self-sabotage. I remember back when I was younger, okay, this is like high school, you know, a nerdy single guy, not by choice. I remember spending so many nights just listening to emo music and thinking, oh, when I just meet, the perfect partner, when I get the perfect partner, my life will be complete. Everything will be complete. And there'd be the songs like, when a boy likes a girl, sometimes the more he needs the girl, things will get better. And I'm like, yes, I just need the girl. I just need the girl. And I'd have my emo nights, okay? My pop punk emo nights. You can judge, but they were great, right? No joke. I'd actually be secretly excited. It was like this guilty pleasure where, I'd go to bed, put my headphones on, and I'm like, let's drift off into emo-ness. So that was my reality. That was my comfort zone. Now, let's just say an opportunity presented itself for me to say hi to that perfect partner. Would I do it? Of course not. Because if it's now a reality, what happens to my emo nights? They're gone. What happens to my comfort zone? It's gone. Okay, so the more you need something, the more you create this comfort zone of lacking it, which will create so much self-sabotage. And even if, this is the other key thing to let land here, even if you get that thing you need, despite all the self-sabotage that you're going to have to battle against, so you get that thing or get that person, neediness will actually amplify. We think if we get it, it'll fill that void. No. You get it, it will actually fuel that need even more, and it'll create another need where now you fear, you could say, losing that. Like you need to keep it, and there's the fear of losing it, right? I need money to be enough. Say you get the money, I need now to keep the money. It's endless, okay? Needing something is a bottomless pit. You can never, ever satisfy neediness. We'll get into the two solutions here. One is on the more external side, the other is on the more internal side. External side, and this is something that I taught many years ago, is I realized, okay, if, let's just say, I want to meet someone and there's a lot of neediness, I ask myself, how can I give myself what I'm hoping that say, other person will give me, right? Well, I really need a partner. Okay, what am I hoping that, say I get a partner, what am I hoping that'll give me? And how can I give that to myself? Oh, I need approval? How can I give myself approval so I no longer need it? Okay, that's the first more external approach, right? Because if you think about it, the state of neediness, I used to call this, learning how to, you could say, pleasure yourself. The state of neediness is people acting as if they have no hands. This is the best way to describe it. Okay, we're going back to the red hands. People act as if they have no hands. It's self-imposed. They're like, wait a minute, I have no hands. What? Right? That's you being born. I have no self-worth. Ugh. And what do? You give your power away to the physical, to other people, to a goal, so on and so forth. And then you, let's just say, want to pleasure yourself. You want to make yourself feel good. You want to give it a little tickle, right? But you got no hands. So what are people doing? They're walking around to others and be like, hey, tickle it, help me, I have no hands, tickle it. That's what they're doing. And of course, there's going to be neediness. So the external approach here is realize, right? Like how can you basically tickle it yourself, right? How can you give that to yourself, realize you got hands, pleasure yourself so there's no longer that neediness. And you can still go up to people and be like, hey, would you like to join me in the tickling? Great. But if they're like, nah, no thanks, all good, still tickling myself. That's giving it to yourself, right? And you can link this to the inner buttons that we covered in a previous live, right? Where it's pushing the fun, carefree passion, learning how to push your own buttons, make yourself feel amazing, and then because you gave that to yourself, you no longer need it. That's the external approach. Okay? If I give myself self-love, I will no longer need it. And it's a great first step. However, it doesn't get to the cause. And this links to the second step, and this is the internal approach. Right? I need to give myself approval, give myself self-love. I need to practice self-love. Okay, great. But the underlying problem's still there. Because only someone who doesn't love themselves needs to practice self-love. Only someone who still needs something needs to give themselves what they need. So the deeper layer is letting go of that neediness all together. Okay, self-love, for example, isn't something that you do. Approving of yourself isn't something that you have to make yourself do. It should just be the default. Self-love happens when you let go of self-hate. Okay? Oh, approving of yourself happens when you just stop putting, again, your self-worth attached to external things. It's the default. You don't need to make yourself approve of yourself. You should be approving yourself by default. That's what letting go does. Once more, it goes back to it's not the thing, it's the place it's coming from. You can still go, for example, after success, after money, after a relationship, etc., but your self-worth is no longer attached to it. As opposed to, I am how much money I have. I am how much approval I get. I am how much success I have. I am only good enough when I have a partner. No. Right? And again, we are conditioned left and right, even when it comes to relationships. It's, this here, okay, you want to see relationships? This is sadly the way people are conditioned when it comes to relationships. Okay, back to the drawing board. Going back to Pac-Man, here's mainstream conditioning. Here's one person. There's a missing piece, right? And they believe that they're going to look for a partner, and their partner is going to look like this. And they're missing the other piece. And when they come together, they form a beautiful whole. You complete me. That is terrible. Instead, it's, hey, how about two whole people coming together? And there's a certain synergy that happens called love. Okay, another person should never complete you. Complete yourself. Be realistic in terms of what you need. Right? Whatever it is that you're needing right now, a partner, money, success, you name it, take it off the pedestal, and not in a reactive way where you're like, actually, it's not all that, but see it realistically for what it is, right? I remember going back to my emo days, right? Dun, 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 when a boy likes a girl. I would be thinking that, no joke, if I actually got a partner, it would solve all my life problems, right? All my problems right now, financially, anything. If I just get a partner, life is complete. And that's simply not true, right? We're conditioned in this finish line destination thinking, right? The happy ending, the Disney movie happy ending, when Beauty and the Beast kiss and it's all beautiful and they lived happily ever after. No. There is no destination. The only destination we all get to is death, right? No matter what you do, no matter what you get, no matter how much you need, in the end, we all get the same. And when it comes to this Disney movie conditioning, realize that, okay, that's where the movie ends, but what about the day after, right? What about the day after the happy ending? Okay, they make out and great, and the day after, they fight over the dishes, one cheats on the other, and all this crazy stuff. Like, be real here. Be realistic, okay? And another thing, too, that you will notice is the more you're in this state of desire, this state of lack, not only will it create a lot of self-sabotage that will prevent you from getting what you need, but you will unconsciously start needing things you can't get. You'll see this. People chasing people they're not meant to be with, chasing people who are unavailable, people who just trigger that fear of abandonment to get their hit of lack. Let that land. They love being disappointed and left and needing more and chasing more because that's their comfort zone and it's pulling their strings. Okay, so again, we covered a lot, but this is the gist of it when it comes to neediness, and the ultimate solution is learning how to let go. And if you go to Julien Mentoring or click the link below this video, you can learn exactly how to let go as well as get a free letting go meditation.
Like, this program is such a game changer. The way everything's structured and the material, it's been already, even for me, it's just been, I'm noticing a crazy change in the way that my whole life's like playing out.
What you put together is just incredible. There's nothing like that.
I've just jumped like a million levels. It's just been a complete 180 for my experience of existing. That's awesome.
It's just been so huge in terms of so many of the things I'm finally understanding and realizing and epiphanies I'm having.
What you do is a huge inspiration to me, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things you can give to another human in this entire world.
You saved my life, man. I'm telling you, that's This is real, man.
Sometimes all it takes is just one person who believes in you. Find people who are where you are in life and model them, work with them. I would not be here if I didn't have people who held me accountable.
Wow.
I just felt a click and things are changing.
This program was just top notch.
Seriously, like this is a masterpiece. This is perfect.
Everything, the way it's set up, the live calls, like all the support from the coaches is incredible.
It's been nuts. I just had my tears of joy.
This was the best decisions I ever made.
Thank you for creating something wonderful like this.
This program was phenomenal.
This program was amazing.
This program has definitely changed my life.
I know for a fact I'm in the right place. This is exactly what I was expecting from the program.
It's been spectacular.
I feel really lucky to have found you.
Thank you so much, Julien. It's worth every dollar.